Welcome to another little chat. This is future Helen adding a few seconds onto the front of this video. There's a few technical issues with this one. It freezes in a couple of places, but the audio carries on. And I'm really tired, so I'm not going to change it. And also, I look really serious all the way through. Again, I think because I'm tired. And I seem to cut off about the first couple of seconds. So I'm going to try and do a magic thing where I say, welcome to another little chat with me and with Muffin on and off. Muffin's been very distracting over the last 24 hours, very attention seeking. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's been raining. I don't think he doesn't like the rain. The noise kind of bothers him, and he doesn't go out very much at the best of times, but he just pokes his head out of the door and says, no, don't like that. Don't you? Stay in. And then today he's been working hard at shredding cardboard boxes and knocking everything that could be knocked off wherever they are, so that they're knocked off. And I think he feels like he's done a good day's work. You silly boy, you are. Thought I might crochet while we talk. I'm doing a little throw blanket for a friend who loves butterflies. It has some butterflies on it, and it's very nearly finished, but just not quite. So I'm doing the border. It's taken quite a while, but it's been fun to do. I was thinking the other day, somebody commented that one of the things their parents used to say, because I did that little video, was that you'd get square eyes if you watched too much television. And I was thinking how much certainly my usage of the television has changed since we were children. It's gone through a real evolution. So you used to have to watch what was on when it was on, and that was all there was. For example, children's television, certainly in England, I think it probably started at about 4 o'clock with the younger children's shows like Play School, which incidentally they still have here in Australia. Play School and The Magic Roundabout and shows like that. Trumpton, and then you would get things like Jackanory, which where someone would read a story, or Blue Peter or Magpie. Not quite sure what they had here in Australia that were the equivalent of those shows, but then that was probably from 5 till 5:30, I think, or till 6, and then that was it for children's television. Like, there were no videos, there were no DVDs. You couldn't put something on to entertain your child because that was it. That was the entertainment. It was done for the day, and there was none at the weekends, as far as I remember. So I used to read a lot as a child from very young. I wonder if a child like me would read as much now. I think not. I think they would play video games. That's it, and watch YouTube videos. So then we got video recorders so that you could actually watch what was on one channel and record something off the other channel, or record something if you were out, and you could then watch it back as many times as you wanted. And of course I decided Betamax was the way to go. I still think Betamax was better than VHS, objectively, but VHS won out. So in the end, video rental stores started, and so in the end you could only get VHS rentals. Then we got DVDs, with even better quality, but you couldn't record onto them, and then televisions which allow you to set timers and record. And now I very rarely watch any actual television. I either watch streaming, like if I want to watch an actual television program, then I'll find it on the streaming, like online platform for the TV channel. So the equivalent of BBC iPlayer, or here it's ABC iView. All the commercial channels have the same thing, so you can watch whatever you want, whatever time. You've also got, you know, your Netflix and Hulu and all of those. I never did the cable TV thing, so it used to. I think I had it for a few months, and I was shocked that there were adverts. So you had to pay a lot every month, and there were adverts, which just didn't make sense. So now I watch a lot of YouTube, and on the description of my channel there's a list of some of the YouTube channels that I like to watch. And I watch, you know, you watch what suits your taste. So I watch a lot of history, a lot of cooking videos, just anything that interests me, news and current affairs. And you can watch, you know, you used to wait all week, didn't you? If there was something you liked, if there was a TV show that you liked, you'd watch it one week and then you'd have to wait till the next week before it came out. And the most recent thing I can think of that was like that was Game of Thrones, because they didn't release it as a full series where you could watch the whole thing. Everyone had to wait till next week, and then even wait for like a year until they did another series. So that was, and that was really interesting, because people sort of had viewing parties, and pubs had, I don't know about in the UK, but here, like certain pubs had like Game of Thrones nights. I haven't done any crochet, have I? And yeah, I don't think it works, because I feel like I need to like look at you guys. So I'll do some more a little bit later. Oops, there we go. Put it back in its bag. So yeah, you can tell me what you think about that, and whether you go to the cinema as much as you used to. Like when I was a little girl, I think from quite young, like probably from 8 or 9, I think it was a Saturday morning, they had these matinee performances at the cinema with old films. Like they were old even by 1960s and 70s standards, so we usually black and white, and they were Tarzan or Flash Gordon or I can't remember, Laurel and Hardy, that kind of thing. And you used to get some cartoons first and then the film, and then and my mum used to put me and my brother into the cinema. I think it was like 6pence each, and I think she used to go and do her shopping, and then she would pick us up afterwards. And people used to smoke in the cinemas. I remember, like, I hate cigarette smoke. I always have hated it. The smell, and it makes me cough. But when in the old cinemas, you used to get this shaft of light that was like coming from the projection box down to the screen, and it was like, you know, it was a shaft of light you could see, and the cigarette smoke used to swirl up in these like blue and purple and grey swirls, and it actually used to look really quite pretty. So I remember that. And then I think in my teens I used to go to the cinema probably about once a month, and then even in my 20s I probably used to go once a month, and now I don't know, I don't go. It seems more expensive proportionally, but I don't know if it really is. But I don't go. I maybe only go about twice a year, because there's other people coughing and talking, making noises. Like, we have the choice, even though some films are much better seen on the big screen with the amazing sound and with the effects. I did see, I mean, it was a long time ago, it's like 20 years ago. Horrible thought. All of the Lord of the Rings movies I saw on opening day, which was Boxing Day here in Australia, in the cinema, and that was just amazing. I really enjoyed those. Anyway, I haven't shown you my mug for today. The mug for today was a housewarming present, and oh, look at that, the way the camera's, it's making that camera sway. Home is where my cat is, from one of my very good friends, and I don't know if I can show, oh yeah, on the inside of the mug I've got clear liquid in there. There's some lemon and ginger tea. You can see there are cats inside. Her home is where my cat is that right? I think that's right. So I guess I'll call it a day. I hope you have a really good week. I didn't even think that was what I was going to talk about today, cinema, but it was just a thought that came to me. Yeah, have a lovely week. You're all very precious. Okay, bye-bye.